Have you ever paused long enough to wonder what truly defines a legacy? Is it raw talent, unyielding grit, or something more elusive, perhaps the power to reinvent, to shock, to rewrite the rules just when you thought you'd seen it all? What if the very fabric of what we thought the future of the Golden State Warriors looked like suddenly found itself unraveling, thread by thread, only to be woven back again in a way nobody saw coming? Welcome to Warriors News Fan Report, your ultimate arena for everything Dub Nation. If you're hungry for the latest, the wildest, and the most edge-of-your-seat breaking news, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss a second of this saga unfolding before our eyes. The NBA offseason has been a wildfire of stories and whispers that could reshape the contours of the league's power hierarchy. But perhaps no tale is more electrifying than the sudden seismic shockwaves rippling through the Golden State Warriors' orbit. Could the Warriors, long heralded for their unparalleled splash era, be on the brink of integrating a player whose very name ignites a whirlwind of debate, passion, and controversy, someone whose career arcs like a meteor, flashy, explosive, sometimes dazzling, sometimes puzzling, yet always impossible to ignore? Some insiders whisper that a figure once viewed as a volatile, albeit brilliant dynamo, might not only be eyeing the bay, but could be poised to don the blue and gold. In a move nobody anticipated, is it possible that the Warriors, masters of the three-point barrage, ball movement, and defensive rigor led by the incomparable Draymond Green, are ready to inject a jolt of raw, veteran energy in ways that even the most ardent Dub fans could never predict? Imagine the interplay: Stephen Curry breaking down defenses with his lethal shooting splits last season's 43.7% from three-point range, 48.3% overall shooting, combined with the steady backbone of Klay Thompson recovering and sharpening his legendary catch-and-shoot rhythm, poised to blend with a new, fiery pulse. Draymond anchors the defense, known for contesting 75% of opponents' shots at the rim and ranking near the top in defensive win shares, orchestrating chaos and calm alike. But now, what if into this orchestration steps a player whose last season's stat line of scorching 13.3 points for 0.9 rebounds and 6.1 assists per game off the bench tells a story of a man still hungry, still capable of crucial impact, even if past the MVP zenith? Fans and pundits alike are scratching their heads, some in disbelief, others buzzing with speculative enthusiasm. Could this be the puzzle piece Golden State didn't know they needed? Someone casually remarked on Twitter, sparking immediate firestorm debates that trended globally. Echoing through fan forums, a quote widely shared from a legend in his own right: Stephen Marbury, good, it's brief, but dripping with layered respect, acknowledging that even in the twilight phases of his career, this player's presence demands attention. The backstory adds even more intrigue. Weeks ago, this star waived a guaranteed $3.4 million salary for next season, becoming an unrestricted free agent with options that range far beyond the standard NBA landscape. Miami Heat's hot pursuit, Dallas Mavericks' rising interest, even Sacramento Kings' hopes, all paint a broader portrait of a free agent chase that borders on historic. Yet, daring whispers hint at a Bay Area shakeup. Some sources close to Golden State's front office are tight-lipped, but suggest that the Warriors are not just passively watching the friends of theirs movement behind the scenes, subtle yet unmistakable. Could the Warriors be daring enough to gamble on a veteran known for both meteoric highs and occasional lows? Could Don Nelson's Run TMC philosophy of boldness and flair be getting a 21st century revival, twist with a new chaotic force weaving into the fabric of precision? Or could this be the moment where the Warriors' famed Splash Brothers era, to borrow the electrifying nomenclature, morphs once again, welcoming a star whose unique style might add new textures to the iconic Golden State story? The social media chatter is incendiary. Dub Nation divides between exultant optimism and cautious skepticism. Some fans envision the dual-threat offensive explosions, envisioning scenes where the ball flows from Curry's lightning-quick release to this newcomer's aggressive drives and explosive passes, reminiscent of past Warriors highlights that made hearts race. Others worry about the fit. How does a notoriously high-usage, frontier-pushing player coexist with the Warriors system celebrated for ball sharing and unselfish spacing? Could the Warriors' analytics wizards be seen? Rooftop numbers, increased net ratings, enhanced versatility, new mismatch nightmares for opponents? Or is this just a tantalizing mirage, a gamble that tests the limits of team chemistry and identity? And in this swirling tempest, Imagine the scenes at Chase Center, the crowd roaring with every Curry dagger, but now, perhaps punctuated by powerful, unpredictable bursts from a star reborn in the Bay's spotlight. The drama is thick, the stakes immense, because while the last season spotlighted Jordan Poole's meteoric emergence, recalling his 20-plus point scoring outbursts that electrified Warriors fans everywhere, and Andrew Wiggins' tireless, steady improvement in two-way play, this new potential chapter poses a question far beyond stats and highlights. It asks, can a legacy built on sharpshooting and defensive synergy embrace a maverick spirit, whose flame still burns intense, even if sometimes erratic? The whispers inside ESPN's deepest NBA circles, in front office war rooms, and among the Warriors coaching staff suggest a narrative unfolding with all the elements of a great epic risk, reward, uncertainty, and, above all, the hunger for greatness that refuses to fade. Could this offseason signing be the plot twist that transcends the routine, turning Golden State's story into something even more unforgettable? Is it possible that an icon once roaring in different colors is now eyeing the Bay as the stage for his renaissance? But what do you think about all of this, personally? As a ride-or-die member of Dub Nation, I believe this is more than a sign of desperation or mid-career shuffle. It's a bold statement, a blaze of ambition that shows just how far the Warriors will go to seize another dynasty chapter. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you're feeling that electric surge pulsing through your veins right now, if your heart's pounding for the Golden State Warriors like it's Game 7 of the Finals, then don't just sit there, blast that like button, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and slam the notification bell so you're the first to catch every exhilarating twist in this saga that's shaking the very foundations of the NBA. Because what we're witnessing here could very well be a seismic pivot not just for the Warriors, but for the entire Western Conference landscape. Imagine this: Steph Curry, the maestro of deep threes and ankle-breaking handles, the player who redefined what it means to shoot with surgical precision from his historic 43.7% from beyond the arc to his overall shooting efficiency hovering near 48% now, paired with a new all-star whose arrival could send the Warriors' chemistry into uncharted territory. This could be the kind of shakeup that renders former power dynamics obsolete. Draymond Green, the defensive anchor who contests nearly three-quarters of rim attempts and whose defensive win shares keep the Warriors' fortress impenetrable, suddenly finds himself orchestrating a lineup that's less predictable, more volatile, and perhaps far more explosive. The young core Podziemski, Kuminga, Moody, already in a fierce battle for minutes and playmaking opportunities behind the tried and true Splash Brothers, now faces a challenge and an opportunity unlike any before, with a cloak and dagger. Nights at the Chase Center's locker room dinners carry whispers of tension. Or will this new addition be the spark that unlocks an unprecedented offensive juggernaut? The stakes could not be higher, because integrating a multi-dimensional, sometimes mercurial superstar into a system that thrives on ball movement and spacing is a high-wire act without a net. Could this be the final, missing keystone in Steve Kerr's blueprint for sustained excellence? Or a fatal fracture that splits the team's precious equilibrium? To paint the gravity in clearer colors, let's contrast this with the current NBA arms race, Phoenix's state-of-the-art pace and space, mastery armed with Adrien Ayton's imposing presence, Denver's relentless two-way dynasty built around Jokic's MVP-caliber vision, the Lakers' remix experiment blending LeBron's fading brilliance with rising stars, Brooklyn's cagey maneuvers to build yet another Brooklyn super team. In this turbulent cocktail, the Warriors' move feels audacious, a volatile mixture of past glory and future promise. Remember how we believe turned the Warriors from perennial underdogs, the playoff heartthrobs, and then fast forward to the dynasty that reshaped basketball's DNA with 5 titles in 8 years, blurring the lines between strategy and art. What if this rumored acquisition becomes the new fulcrum pushing Golden State beyond those legendary heights? Now, throw the hot takes into the firestorm, Shams, and insiders leaking nuggets about secret workouts, whispered negotiations, and front office debates. Imagine Andre Iguodala, the ultimate culture carrier, echoing in the locker room, reminding the squad that this franchise isn't just about raw talent, but about heart, sacrifice, and evolution. Meanwhile, fans on Telegraph Avenue drinking every word, every tweet, each game-time three that echoes like cannon fire across the Bay Bridge, fueling a fever pitch that surges beyond mere sport, transcending into the realm of mythic storytelling. Statistically speaking, Jordan Poole's breakout season, averaging over 20 points, carving out a role as the ferocious scorer off the bench, combined with Andrew Wiggins' relentless two-way hustle and consistent improvement, forms a potent, supporting cast. But the arrival of this rumored star could rewrite those roles, forcing the young bloods to adapt, to evolve, or risk being sidelined. This is where the narrative tension spirals upward, while Coach Kerr's masterful orchestration harmonize the passionate, high-volume skills of this new star with the precision passing and floor spacing that define Golden State's DNA. Or will the locker room polarize, splitting between the old guard, who have nurtured a culture of selflessness and hustle, and new energy that demands the ball and the spotlight? Picture a staggered lineup where dynamic new sets transform defenses, an intricate ballet where Curry's gravity pulls defenders out to the perimeter, and the newcomer thrives in chaos of fusion that can swing every playoff series into a thrilling unknown. And don't underestimate the defensive chess match. Draymond's ability to marshal the defense might be even more crucial. If this acquisition stretches the floor and puts more pressure on the opposition as Curry, and this new star-crafted dual threat that stays lethal from any spot on the floor, yet each piece must move in sync. Chemistry in basketball is elusive, and history reminds us how these fusions can sometimes blow up spectacularly. Remember the truncated runs of past super teams that fizzled under weighty egos? But the Warriors front office has never shied away from risk. This is the franchise's DNA, bold gambles forging eras. So here's the question stalking every Dub Nation heart tonight: what if this audacious, headline-making gamble ignites a career renaissance not only for the newcomer, but for Curry's twilight years and the franchise's next dynasty wave? Will this be the move that stuns the Western Conference? It sends a deafening roar through Chase Center, a roar that reverberates beyond the Bay, echoing in every corner of the league. Will it be remembered among the Warriors' great legacy chapters, joining the pantheon of shocks and triumphs from We Believe to the relentless five-title machine? Personally, as someone who's worn blue and gold in my soul from the first splash heard round the world, I believe this is much more than a desperate bid or a last-ditch pivot. It's a clarion call of ambition, a testament to a franchise that refuses to fade quietly. The Warriors are staking their claim not just on past glory, but on a recalibrated future, where innovation, passion, and star power collide in breathtaking spectacle. This could be the genesis of a new dynasty defined by fearless reinvention. So if you feel that limelight flash, that crackling energy, that simmering anticipation coursing through your veins right now, smash that like, let your voice thunder in the comments, and stay razor-focused on Warriors News Fan Report, where every moment of this unfolding epic will be dissected, debated, and celebrated until we see the final buzzer. Because one thing's clear, the next chapter in Golden State saga is about to explode, and Dub Nation will be front and center, roaring louder than ever before. Are you ready to ride this thunderstorm?